been a while. It's been about a year to be exact. And before my most recent spur of YouTube videos, it's been 4 years since my renovation series that I never finished on YouTube, but we're not going to talk about that. New year, new me. Welcome back. My name is Rachel and today we are making my 2026 vision board. I really wanted to do something a bit more personal to me and not just copy exactly what everyone online is doing. In saying that, I am inspired by a few creators, which I will put in here and tag, but I feel like my categories are very personal to me. So I'm very excited to start. Before I get into the actual vision board categories, I want to cover this corkboard. I first went to Officeworks to find one, but theirs were like $60, whereas this was $20 from Kmart. So keep an eye out. And I saw a lovely creator on TikTok. I can't remember her username, but I will put the video in here. She covered her corkboard with some material and I could not find anything I liked in Kmart, but I remembered I had a stack of old fabric. Let me grab it. I have this stack of old fabric from when I made my sister a Coraline doll for her birthday. Most of it's black. The only two that I could really work with, one is this plaid pattern, but I think it's just a bit boring for me. So I'm kind of interested to see what this denim might look like. And I haven't even unraveled this yet. I don't know if I have enough. So this is the moment of truth. It's gonna fit. Oh my god, wait, it's gonna be perfect. It covers like exactly the size that I need it to. Okay, we're gonna cover it with this denim fabric, but first I think I'm gonna go iron or steam this, so BRB. Quick matcha break. Okay, this worked out a lot better than I thought it would. This is the fabric we're working with. Now, I just have to figure out whether I'm going to cover the outer frame as well, or if I'm just gonna like tuck in the edges. I just cut my fabric to size with a bit of extra trim on each side, so then I can fold in the frayed edges and glue it like that so I can still see the frame of the corkboard. I think the first thing we're going to do is double-sided tape the corkboard. I don't know if this is going to work. This is all trial and error. I haven't done anything like this before, but I really want to get into my DIY zone this year. So we've got a corkboard, double-sided tape. Just going to lay it down right on the edge. Yep. It actually is sticking, thank God. I wasn't sure if it was going to stick to the cork. Oh my gosh, I actually cut that perfectly. Do you see that? Now I'm just going to repeat that on all four sides. Everybody say hi to Willow. Okay, let's start down here. It's gonna work, but it's gonna be a little fiddly. Oh, I didn't even think about the corners. How am I gonna do the corner? Okay, it's actually working. It's just gonna take a while. Let me zoom you in so you can see. I'm literally just folding it under. It is a little fiddly, but I believe we can do it. Make sure the edges are meeting the bottom. Okay, cute. We have one edge done. Just kind of like pushing the fabric in the edge more. For the corner, I'm just going to cut this piece off. So then we only have to lay down one corner. I cut one side off and I'm just going to fold the other one under like so. I said a bit tedious and it's like the most tedious thing I've ever done. Honestly, that's pretty good. I might add like a little pin in the corner when I put my pins on, but wow, you see that? Let me finish the rest of the sides and I will come back. I don't know how long that took me, but this is what I'm working with. Now, I bought these short pins from Officeworks and they're actually very long. They stick out so far. So I'm just using these like plain tacks that came with the corkboard just to pin down the corners. I didn't really want these in the corners, but you win some, you lose some. Now that we have our board all set up, we can start pinning. So I have my pins here. I just printed them out at Officeworks, and of course I didn't cut any before I sat down to film this video. So while we cut these pins, I'm just going to talk a little bit about 2025, 2026, my goals and visions for this new year. I filmed myself making a vision board in 2024. I don't think I ever got around to posting the actual video. It wasn't really like personalized to me. I guess it was because I pinned stuff that I really liked, but I don't know. My vision board didn't do anything for me. 2023 to 2025, I do not ever want to live that again. And it was hard because I had some good moments in those years. Like my boyfriend and I, if you didn't already know, we were long distance for 7 years. And then at the beginning of 2024, we closed, actually, sorry, it was 2023 when we closed the distance, but he was granted his permanent residency in 2024. So that was great. I like did my business relaunch. I quite literally can't remember any of my achievements from those years. It felt like those years were very heavy. I went through a lot. I lost my job, I moved, and then I moved back home. I traveled a bit. I had a major friendship falling out. I lost all of my friends. My physical and mental health weren't the best. I felt like I had no direction. I really felt like I was stuck in this hole for years, probably even 4 years at this point. I genuinely felt like I didn't have passion for anything. That was a clear sign of burnout, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think burnout lasts 4 years, or maybe it can if you don't ever address it. But I am now feeling much better. I actually do feel like this is going to be a good year. I got rid of a lot of the stresses from previous years in my life, and just the last 6 months leading up to this year, I have been going through this like massive personal transformation, discovery. I'm entering my Saturn return, which is exciting. I thought I was already in it, but I actually think it starts April of this year for me. And that, if you don't know, is when Saturn returns to the same position it was on the day that you were born, and it usually happens around when you're 27 to 29. I feel like I'm going through like a major purge, and you know, it was hard to kind of sit with that. A lot of things in my life, I wasn't sure why they were happening, but now being on the other side of it, I am so excited for 2026. Like, I feel like I've already had a pretty good start to the year. I solidified a good content schedule for my 2 channels, which is HEYYYY and World Creative Studio, which is my business. And in literally 3 weeks, I'm going to Vietnam. I can't wait. I've been dying to go back to Vietnam ever since we left. We're staying for 3 weeks this time. Last time we only stayed for a week. This time I'm gonna get to see a lot more of Ho Chi Minh, and I'm so excited. I already have a whole list of things that I want to do, and I'm probably going to make like some kind of guide. I'm going to share where I went, what I did, lots of vlogs. I got the DJI because I really wanted to do more vlogs, and I just don't like carrying around my Sony because it's so big and bulky, and this camera just makes it feel so much easier. I also have a really cool stand for it, and I can like manipulate it and pose it any way I want to. I'm just feeling really confident in my content. Even though I'm not getting a crazy amount of views right now, I'm having fun with it, and that is something that I've been missing out on for the longest time. I felt like content was becoming a chore. That's not fun when it starts to be like that. But this year feels a lot different. I'm going to finish cutting these now, and I will come back and we can assemble the vision board. All right, now that we have all of our vision board images cut out, and we have our categories with their subheadings written on little pieces of paper, we can finally start assembling our vision board. This is the fun part, so I'm excited. I also grabbed some of the things I bought from the last few art markets I went to, so I could pin them on here as well, just to fill up some space. And I also have a bunch of stickers that I got from the Reject shop, and I've been saving my little daily tear off calendar pages. I think I'm just gonna do like one big pin of them. I think that would be pretty cool. Oh, it's 333 as I'm filming this. I'm just gonna start by placing them around the board. While I do this, I think I'll just chat a little bit about my goals for 2026 and what kind of categories I have on here, and I'll show you a close-up at the end. The first category is identity, and the subheading is inner landscape and self-trust. So a couple of goals underneath that. This one says, embrace all of my quirks without self-editing or apology, heal my inner child through play, softness, and safety, explore my inner world with journaling, therapy, solitude, and creativity, letting my inner world be visible through style, voice, work, and boundaries. And I think that's a really nice, like, all-encompassing category for my identity. I really want to get comfortable with experimenting and trying different things in terms of my style and my hobbies, and I want to not be afraid to try new things, not be afraid to express myself in ways that maybe people don't normally. One thing I can think of is I actually love the way bleached brows look on me. I don't really hang around people who wear makeup like that. I would love to, in the new year, make some friends that are like kind of on their own journey of a self-exploration and identity. I feel like last year I went through a major shift. Like, so many things about my life and my personal identity have been changing in the best way possible, and I'm learning so many new things about myself, and I honestly just can't wait to continue doing that. Like, I love learning new things about myself. If you don't know, I'm a Gemini. I'm really enjoying the person that I'm becoming, and I just can't wait to see how I evolve, how I grow, how I experience life in new ways. I'm looking at these pins and I just have things like a quote that says, I refuse to lose my whimsy, a quote that says, I still have time, I keep forgetting that, because I do sometimes feel like I'm running out of time. Another one says, I like change, it made me a better person. So I guess it's all about like embracing change and not worrying about things that I can't control, and just embracing the things that I can control, and just overall loving myself more. I'm sure I just rambled on, and I don't know if any of that made sense. These pins actually look ridiculous sticking out that far. Why did I do that? Next is work, sustainable creativity, and the little goals in within that one is work with people that feed my soul with mutual respect, ease, and aligned values, share my ideas with the world and stop waiting for perfection, build a body of work that I'm proud of, not just being proud of like the output, and my work supports my life, not the other way around. As I mentioned earlier, I am a graphic designer, or maybe I didn't. I'm a graphic designer. I own a business called Willed Creative Studio. I do graphic design, video editing, content creation, creative direction, packaging design. I do so much stuff just because I love having different interests. I can't stay on one thing for too long. And this year I really want to like focus on work that fuels my passion, fuels my soul, work that's fun, work that aligns with what I want to be doing. I want to work with clients that align with me. And I know that's a privilege to say that I want to be selective about my clients, but I've had too many nightmare freelance design stories. I think I deserve to be selective with my clients after the shit that I have been through. I'm just pinning some desk inspo. There's a bunch of like pins of girls at photo shoots, maybe for like creative direction. I just really want this year to be a good year in business. And I have this quote here that says, you can achieve your wildest creative dreams going slow and resting often, because I definitely don't know when to stop. I don't know how to rest, or then I take it the complete opposite direction and I rest too much. So just trying to find balance with that this year and make this the year of Willed Creative Studio. There are so many exciting things to come, so stay tuned. Please follow me here. Moving on to the next category, which is play, and the subheading for that one is whimsy and aliveness. And then my goals are more time for arts and crafts without needing an outcome, less screen time, more analog time, so like paper, film, and more tactile things. I want to invite whimsy into my everyday through my clothes, rituals, spaces, choices, and play for play's sake for myself and nobody else. That kind of like branches off from my work. But yes, I am addicted to my phone. Also can't do things without showing them to people or posting it as content. I struggle to just have fun without needing the outcome to be perfect. I remember my friend and I had this crafty date. We were making little beaded pot plants, and she made a whole pot plant. Like, she had the pot with the plant coming out, and like the leaves were hanging and the beads were everywhere. It was so beautiful. And I literally did a petal that entire day. It took me hours to do a petal because I was so adamant on being perfect at it that I didn't finish, and still to this day it is unfinished. Come to think of it, most craft days that I have end like that. Like, my friend will be done and I will have only just started, because if it's not absolutely perfect, then is it worth it? And that is something I'm like really trying to unlearn, because it's just not fun. It's damaging. It sucks trying to be perfect all the time. You know, like Hannah Montana says, nobody's perfect, but for some reason my mind expects me to be, and I've never been able to shake that. Like, I've been dealing with that my entire life. I find it hard to continue long-term things like YouTube, because if something just doesn't feel right, I'll refrain from posting it. And it's time that I grow out of that. For this one, I am pinning stuff like painting, reading books, journaling, ceramics, gardening, studying a new language. It's just a girl studying, but I wanted that to represent me studying Vietnamese. A quote that I have on here is, "Find joy in the ordinary." I also have a photo of a girl with sunny angels in her top, which I thought was very funny and cute. Lately, I have been preparing to start a junk journal, but I haven't actually started yet. That will be my goal when we come back from overseas, because I'm going to Vietnam next month. I'm so excited. I haven't been back in over a year, and I've been craving it ever since. I've like got the intention of starting a lot of crafty things, but I guess I just have to like schedule it in and make time for it. Otherwise, it just won't happen. We are prioritizing being whimsy this year. All right, we're getting somewhere. We're almost halfway with the pins. The next category is spirituality, and the subheading for that one is rhythm and attunement. And my goals are connect with my spiritual side, so my intuition, symbolism, and my quiet knowing. I want to celebrate and live in rhythm with natural cycles, so like the lunar cycle, the seasons, the menstrual cycle. I want to like cycle sync and follow the moon phases and stuff like that. I want to trust in my own timing. I can get really impatient with things, but I need to have faith that it will all work out. And I want to honor rest as sacred. As I said before, I do struggle with winding down, shutting my brain off. Even if I'm doing nothing, I'm thinking about what I should be doing, which is really draining, to be honest. So for this one, I pinned a lot of like angel numbers. I've got pictures of people doing yoga, people doing tarot card readings, and I got little things like sun catchers. I got this nice quote that says, "You're gonna figure it out like you always have." Like trusting myself that I can figure things out. Another quote that says, "What's the best that could happen?" I really want to get in touch with my spiritual side this year. I recently bought a deck of tarot cards, and I haven't actually used them this year yet. I did a final reading last year, but I don't know what each of the cards mean, so I literally have to look through the book or Google, what do these cards mean? Like, what is the message for me? I still have a lot to learn, but I'm having fun with it, and I just feel like a lot of things in my life are connecting for me lately. I keep seeing angel numbers everywhere and find connections and things that normal people don't notice. I also really want to get into yoga this year. I am turning 28. I haven't done movement for fun in so long. Like, I used to do martial arts, which was really fun, but I haven't done it in a while. My body is feeling it. Like, I can quite literally feel my body craving exercise. I need to start doing that. I would love to bring back like my flexibility that I had as a kid when I did dancing. Yeah, I really want to get into that. I think that would be really good for me. Also, tell me why I have chronic back pain at 28. I already know why. It's because of my posture. Something needs to change this year. So we're going to get into yoga. We're going to be very spiritual. We're going to trust in the universe. And we're going to make shit happen. Let's move on to our second last category. Oh, actually there's 3 more. The next one is friendships, subheading belonging. And my goals for this is prioritize community, my chosen community that's nourishing and mutual. I want deep, reciprocal, mature friendships. I want to prioritize the freedom to be myself without explanation. So like finding people who accept me for who I am, and I want to show up as I am, not who I think I should be. So I want to quit like performing in front of people when I don't have to. I genuinely want to focus on genuine friendships this year. And don't get me wrong, I have a lot of lovely friends. If you're watching, hello, I love you. But I went through friendship falling out in 2023. I really lost my community after that. I'm going to be starting something very exciting this year, and I'm hoping that it connects me with more people, especially more creative people. So it would be nice just to connect with fellow creatives and have more creative days and experiences with them. I don't have any graphic design friends, so I do feel like I'm on my own out here, especially working alone. I'm like always on my own. So this year I'm going to put myself out there and hopefully make more friends. Anyways, we are almost done. I'm just pinning some cute little friendship pictures of some friends sitting together doing like little lunch dates, hosting brunches, drink dates, book club dates, you know, all that kind of community stuff that I'm missing. And of course, the reciprocated feelings. Second last category for this is body, and subheading is care over control. My goals for this is to prioritize movement that feels good. So something that's gentle, intuitive, and joyful, because I really feel like some movement, it just feels like a chore and I don't enjoy it. And that's like the complete opposite of what you want when you're working out, because if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to continue it. And that's exactly what happened to me. Like I used to be pretty active. I used to do martial arts. I stopped doing that and now I don't do any kind of movement. So that's definitely something I want to change in my late 20s. And I cannot believe I just said late 20s. I am no longer in my mid-20s. But yeah, I really want to prioritize like eating better this year, moving in ways that excite me and don't feel like chores. I don't really like have a specific goal. I just want to feel better. Like I want to feel happier. I want to feel healthier. I want to feel fitter. I want to feel more confident. And I can actually feel my body craving these things. So that is what I want to focus on for that. And then my last category is exploration. The subheading for that is curiosity and movement. And my goals for that is follow what fascinates me, even if it's impractical. Like that time that I flew to Thailand for 4 days, less than 4 days, just for a concert. No one around me was like, go. Everyone around me was so scared, except for Kevin. He was really the only one that was like, yeah, hell yeah, go. And it was the best experience of my life. So that's something that I would definitely do again. I want to say yes to detours. I want to let new and unfamiliar experiences expand me. And I also want to collect moments, not just photos. That's something that I sometimes struggle with, like not living in the moment. So I want to live more in the moment this year. When I say exploration, I also mean travel. And I can already take that off my list because we're going to Vietnam again. I already said that, but I'm so excited. I also have a picture of moving boxes because I'm expecting to move out this year. I had to move back to my family's home in 2024. So it'll be nice to have our own space again. I just can't wait for it. And I'm starting my content now because I want to be able to vlog all that stuff for you guys and have people actually interested in watching that. Ta-da! Here is is my finished vision board. I won't say it's completely finished because my idea is to add to it throughout the year. I'm probably going to rearrange it at some point just so I can fit some more stuff on it. I am looking forward to seeing what else I add over this year. I think this turned out so well. The photos are definitely a bit small, but I think it worked out for the better just so I can add more content on here. And the pins do look a little bit scary because they stick out literally like 3 centimeters. It's just something I'm gonna have to live with. It's gonna sit on my wall anyways. So this is the final piece. What do you guys think? Let me know. I hope all of my dreams and everything comes true this year, and I hope that all of your dreams and goals come true this year. If you end up making your own vision board, I would love to see it. So comment on this video and let me know where you've posted it. I would love to see it. And if you're interested, then think about subscribing to my channel if you want to see more crafty, wholesome things like this. I have a feeling 2026 is going to be a huge year for me, and I can't wait to share it with you all. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.